Hi dear students, welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to analyze the play that is prescribed in American and post-colonial literature of 6th semester BA English in the University of Calicut. The play is titled as The Harvest, that is published in 1997. The author of The Harvest is Manjula Padmanabhan. She is an Indian writer. Manjula Padmanabhan, The Harvest was published in 1997. She is an Indian playwright. The play won for her the Greek Onassis Award in the same year, and also the play was filmed titled as Deham, that was made by Govind Nihalani, based on the play that is in 2001 with dialogue in English and Hindi. And the title of that film was that Deham, that means body. The film has screened at international festivals in London, Cannes Festival, and Göteborg, New York, and Venice, as well as across major venues in India. She has written one more powerful play, that is Lights Out, and these are some of her other works. Hidden Fires and The Artist Model in 1995 and Sextet are her the other works. And she has also authored a collection of short stories called Kleptomania. Her most recent book, published in 2008, is Escape. Apart from writing newspaper columns, she created a comic strip that she created Suku, a comic Indian character, which was serialized as a strip in the Sunday Observer. In a lot of newspapers, this character Suku appeared. Before 1997, the year her play Harvest was staged, she was better known as a cartoonist and had a daily cartoon strip in the Pioneer newspaper as well. And you can see the play. In the video we are going to analyze and we are going to say the plot of the play only. And The Harvest is about human body selling in India. The title Harvest refers to the process of collecting and gathering crops. In this context, in the context of the play, the title is apt as the play deals with issues of buying and gathering human organs in India by certain groups who sell them for a profit both at home and abroad. That means in the world itself there are organ mafia, that those organ mafia plays a major role in the selling of these organs in India and as well in abroad. അതായത് മൂന്നാം ലോക രാജ്യങ്ങളിലെ പാവപ്പെട്ട ആൾക്കാരെ കണ്ടെത്തിക്കൊണ്ട് അവർക്ക് ഒരു ജീവിത സാഹചര്യങ്ങൾ, നല്ല ജീവിത സാഹചര്യങ്ങൾ ഒരുക്കി കൊടുത്തുകൊണ്ട് അവരുടെ ഓർഗൻസ് റിച്ച് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാർക്ക്, ദാറ്റ് മേ ബി ഫസ്റ്റ് വേൾഡ് കൺട്രീസ് ലൈക്ക് യൂറോപ്യൻ ആൻഡ് അമേരിക്കൻസ്, ഓക്കെ, അവർക്ക് വിൽക്കപ്പെടുന്ന ഒരു സാഹചര്യമാണ് ലോകത്ത് നിലനിൽക്കുന്നത്. ആ ഒരു കണ്ടീഷനാണ് ഈ പ്ലേയിൽ റൈറ്റർ പറയുന്നത്. The Harvest is a futuristic play. Futuristic means that the play is set in 2010. The play is written in 1997 that talks about the future happenings in India and across the world. Manjula Padmanabhan's futuristic play Harvest, which takes for its theme the purchase and sale of human organs, മനുഷ്യൻ്റെ അവയവങ്ങളെ വിൽക്കുകയും വാങ്ങുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന ആ ഒരു ബിസിനസ്, ആ ഒരു തീമാണ് ഇതിൽ ഡിസ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത്. And on the cover blurb that says as a dark, bitter, savagely funny vision of the cannibalistic future that awaits the human race, a parable of what will happen when the rich denizens means the rich people, rich citizens of the first world, they begin to devour bits and pieces of the third world. അതായത് ഒന്നാം ലോക രാജ്യങ്ങളിലുള്ള പണക്കാരായിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാർ മൂന്നാം ലോക രാജ്യങ്ങളിലുള്ള പാവപ്പെട്ട ആൾക്കാരുടെ ഓർഗൻസ് വാങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ട് അവരെന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു, നമ്മെ മൂന്നാം ലോക രാജ്യങ്ങളിലുള്ള ആൾക്കാരെ ഡിവോർ ചെയ്യുന്നു. ആൻഡ് ദേ ആർ ബ്രോക്കൺ ഇൻ ടു പീസസ് ലൈക്ക് വൈസ്. The play is set in Mumbai in 2010. The play is about effect of global technoscapes and the international trade in human body organs. The action unfolds in 2010 in Bombay, that means in Mumbai, where the transplant donors are cast as Indian, that means donors are Indians, and the receivers as North American or the Western people. Though Padmanabhan, clearly anticipating an international audience, stresses that this very specific dynamic should be localized to suit production circumstances. പത്മനാഭൻ ഇവിടെ ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഒരു വേൾഡ് യൂണിവേഴ്സൽ ലെവലിൽ നിന്നുകൊണ്ടാണ് അവർ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഈ തീമൊക്കെ പ്ലേയിൽ അവതരിപ്പിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ ദാറ്റ് വി ക്യാൻ ഓൾസോ അപ്ലിക്കബിൾ ടു ഇൻ എ ലോക്കൽ സിറ്റുവേഷൻ, that we can applicable to Kerala itself, okay, and in our birthplaces, in a lot of hospitals as well, stresses that these very specific dynamics should be localized to suit production circumstances. And the character, we can see some of the characters and their relationship and character sketches. The protagonist of the play is Om Prakash. He is aged 20. He is the breadwinner of a four-member family, and he is removed from his job as a clerk from the beginning of the play itself. That means he is a jobless man when the play starts. And Jaya is a 19-year-old girl who is Om's wife, and she looks very older than her age. And Jitu is 17 years, and he is Om's younger brother, and he is very handsome. And also Jitu is Jaya's secret lover. That means Jaya and Jitu have a secret love relationship. And as well, Jitu is a male prostitute and who works in streets. He is very proud and conscious about his identity, and he once in the play says, that is his own comment, "No, I don't mind being bought, but I won't be owned." That means that he is ready to give his organs, but he says that I won't be owned. That talks about his identity. He has a strong identity, but he is also helpless in the situation of this conflict between the first world and the third world in organ sale. And as well, the fourth character is Ma, 60 years, and he is mother of Om and Jitu. She is a widow, and Ma sees Jaya as her enemy, and there are a lot of quarrels between Ma and Jaya. Ma means Ma here is the mother-in-law of Jaya. These four members lives as a family in an apartment in a pathetic condition where they live in an apartment in Mumbai. And there is another character, some minor characters, Vidut Bai, Ma's friend and neighbor, who frequently comes to use Om's family toilet. And some Urkins and people, that means some children and other people, they are offstage characters. Then another major characters are Ginny and Virgil. Ginny and Virgil are the organ receivers in the play. Ginny is an American girl who doesn't appear physically on the stage, and Virgil, he is a habitual receiver of body organs from third world countries. And as well, Virgil is doing his fourth transplantation in the play. He says that this is my fourth in my 50 years. He is more than 50 years. He is very old. And Ginny is a computer animated clone. Really, the organs are sold for Virgil, but Virgil comes at the end of the play, and Ginny talks to the characters throughout the play. And three gods are there. These three agents are there. These agents, they are costumes of waiters in exotic restaurants, and three gods, they are like commando-like characters. God 1 is leader of the team, and God one's age is in the mid 40s, and only God one is interacting with the characters, with the character of Om, Ma, Jaya, Jitu, etc. And God 2, that means God 2, he is a young and an attractive woman, and God 3 is a male clone of God 2. And we can see the short character sketch of these characters. Om Prakash, the protagonist who agrees to sell his organs for money. That means he is in need for money and he is jobless now. And what is his job? His job is now to sell his organs, and he has signed a contract with a company. That company is known as Interplanta Services. That is an American company that is in touch with Ginny and Virgil, and that company has signed a contract with Om Prakash. And Om Prakash is the organ donor. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ അവയവം അദ്ദേഹം ദാനം ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി കൊടുക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി തീരുമാനിച്ചു. And he is an escapist, and when gods come he is terrified and he hides behind the fridge, and he cheats Jitu. Instead of taking Om Prakash as the organ donor, Jitu is mistakenly taken by the gods at the end of the play. His legs refuse to move. He is frivolous in condition of man when he is totally helpless. Om says, the smallest pimple on my chin is more precious to me at this moment than a diamond. Mine is somebody else's first. And that talks about he is very aware of his own identity, and as well he thinks his body is very important for him. And he is comparable to Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus is a play written in 16th century where Christopher Marlowe, written by Christopher Marlowe. In the play, the character Dr. Faustus also signed a contract with Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles was Lucifer's second in command, the leader of that team, that Lucifer's team. And he sold his soul. Dr. Faustus sold his soul for 24 years. At the end of that 24 year, Mephistopheles will come, and Dr. Faustus' soul will be taken into hell. Dr. Faustus ആ പ്ലേയിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത് അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആത്മാവിന് വിൽക്കുകയാണ്. മെഫിസ്റ്റോഫലസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു സൈറ്റാനിക് ക്യാരക്ടർ 24 വർഷത്തേക്കുള്ളൊരു പാക്റ്റ്, ഒരു ഉടമ്പടിയോട് കൂടിയിട്ടാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ 24ാമത്തെ വർഷം മെഫിസ്റ്റോഫലസിന് അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആത്മാവിനെ, ഡോക്ടർ ഫോസ്റ്റസിന് അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ആത്മാവിനെ മെഫിസ്റ്റോഫലസിന് കൊടുക്കുകയും ഇത് നരകത്തിലേക്ക് വലിച്ചെറിയപ്പെടുകയും ചെയ്യും. അതാണ് അതിൻ്റെ കഥ. അതിൽ ഇൻസ്റ്റെഡ് ഓഫ് ദാറ്റ് 24 years, ഇൻസ്റ്റെഡ് ഓഫ് ഹിസ് സോൾ, ഡോക്ടർ ഫോസ്റ്റസിന് അന്ന് ലോകത്ത് 24 വർഷം ഏത് രീതിയിലും ജീവിക്കാമായിരുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് പറക്കണമെങ്കിൽ പറക്കാം, ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു രാജ്യത്തേക്ക് പോകണമെങ്കിൽ പോവാം, ഏത് രീതിയിൽ വേഷം മാറണമെങ്കിൽ വേഷം മാറാം, എന്ത് ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കുക. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ഓൾ ദ പ്ലഷേഴ്സ് ഇൻ ദ വേൾഡ് ദാറ്റ് ഹി വുഡ് ഹാവ്. But at the end of that play, he is helpless, and he seeks the help of all of the gods in the world, and as well Helen of Troy. He cries at the end of the play, but the pact is done. So Om Prakash is a character like Dr. Faustus, and he is worse than a prostitute. He is very docile, weak-willed, impotent, and subservient slave. And Jaya, wife of Om, who is in trouble after Om escapes from the scene. And Ma, mother of Om, and Jitu, who is in her old age but craves for money. Ma is mother of Jitu and Om. She craves for money. She only thinks of the luxurious things in their home. Jitu, brother of Om, who is mistakenly taken for organ donation and becomes the victim. Ginny is an imaginative character of an American wealthy woman who is in need of organs, and she has a computer animated clone that she appears on the contact module that we can see later in the poem, in the play. Who are the organ receivers? Organ receivers, as I told you, Ginny and Virgil. Both are not appearing on the stage physically. Ginny, only her face is seen and sound is heard. She is blonde haired and she is white skinned. She is an American youth goddess that plays in the play, and voice is very sweet and she is very sexy. And who is Virgil? Virgil is a habitual receiver of body organs from third world. He is an American wealthy old man who is the real recipient of the organs, and he has a desire for sex. And guards and agents, they are the guards and commando like characters, and as I told you, these are the characters in the play. The setting of the play is one bedroom apartment in Mumbai in 2010. The play has 3 acts and 40 families share one toilet in the apartment. That is the pathetic condition of the people. Only one toilet for 40 families, more than 100 persons. We can think of it. Okay. Then we can see the summary of the play, what happens in the play. And in the part second of the video, we will analyze the themes in detail and as well a detailed summary, having the dialogues from the play itself. Harvest is a play by Manjula Padmanabhan concerned with organ selling in India, set in the near future, that means in 2010. It was first published in 1997. It is a critique of the commoditization of third world body. അതായത് മൂന്നാം ലോക രാജ്യങ്ങളുടെ ബോഡിയെ, ഓർഗൻസിനെ ഒരു വിൽപ്പനച്ചരക്കാക്കി മാറ്റുക, അതിനെ ഒരു സാമൂഹികപരമായിട്ട് വിമർശിക്കുന്നതാണ് ഈ പ്ലേ. The play confronts us with a futuristic Bombay of the year in 2010. Om Prakash, he is a jobless Indian who agrees to sell unspecified organs through Interplanta Services Inc. That means it is a company, Interplanta Services Corporation, and they are in terms and conditions with Ginny and Virgil. These Interplanta Services has guards and agents to control and to install some equipments, those who have signed contract with these Interplanta Services. To a rich person in First World War, Om Prakash has sold his organs to a rich person in the First World for a small fortune. That means a small amount of money, some fortunes. Interplanta Services and the recipients are obsessed with maintaining Om's health and invisibly control the lives of Om, his mother Ma and wife Jaya in their one-room apartment. The recipient, Ginny, periodically looks on them via a video phone. Video phone means that it's a contact module that is installed by Interplanta Services in their home. The recipient, Ginny, periodically looks on them via a video phone and treats them scornfully in a mocking way. She has no respect for these people. Om's deceased brother, he has a lot of illness. Om's, that is Jitu, he is taken to give organs instead of Om in the last part of the second act. Mistakenly, Jitu was taken by the guards. Really, the contract was signed by Om Prakash to sell his organs. The play is set in Mumbai, Chawl, in the year 2010. In a cramped one-room tenement resides 4 members: Om Prakash, the tense and jobless clerk, his wife Jaya, who has succumbed to the tense life of privation and insecurity, his old mother Ma, the frustrated, ill-natured and satiric figure, and his younger brother Jitu, who works surreptitiously as a gigolo. That means secretly he works as a male prostitute. Om is dismissed from his petty clerical job, and hence the family is thrown into economic and emotional disarray. Om and Jaya are only maintaining the semblance of a meaningful marital relationship. Somewhat that is not real marital relationship, and they have no love between them. Jaya is carrying on a clandestine, that means a love affair with her brother-in-law, that is Jitu. Mother's love extends only to the eldest son, that is Om, because Om is the breadwinner who brings a lot of money to their home, so that Ma is always attracted to Om Prakash, her eldest son. She is also jealous of her daughter-in-law, that is Jaya. These four characters are locked in a loveless relationship and as well claustrophobically confined within the four walls of a one-room apartment. Om escapes his chosen fate when the guards from Interplanta Services arrives to initiate the transplant and apparently take the wrong brother, that was by a mistake, later revealed to be part of a sinister plan to seduce Jaya into making her own body compact, which involves being artificially inseminated with Virgil, the real male receiver hitherto disguised as the digitalized character Ginny. Ginny really represents Virgil. Virgil comes in the Act 3 only. And by mistake, Jitu was taken by the gods. But it was a secret plan. It was a sinister plan to seduce Jaya because Jitu is the lover of Jaya. Ginny quickly comes to govern the minutiae of these Indians' lives, the specifying what and when they can eat, how they should conduct their personal hygiene, and to some extent how they can relate to each other. പിന്നീട് ജിന്നി ഒന്നാമത്തെ ആക്ട് മുതൽ തന്നെ ജിന്നി അവിടെ ഒരു കോണ്ടാക്ട് മൊഡ്യൂൾ ഇതിലൂടെ ഇവരെ കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. നിങ്ങൾ ഇന്നതേ തിന്നാൻ പാടുള്ളൂ, ഇന്ന ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കാൻ പാടില്ല, ഇന്ന രീതിയിലേ ജീവിക്കാൻ പാടുള്ളൂ, ഇന്ന ഹൈജീൻ യൂസ് ചെയ്യണം. And this heterolateral power that exercises at a distance yet all invasive in its effect. That means it's a power between cultural contact. That is a term used by anthropologists to connect with men. That breaks down of the family as a social unit as Om, his mother, his wife Jaya, and his brother Jitu, Jaya's secret lover. Each compromise their humanity and or betray their kin in their holocaust for affluence, for the richness, for the luxurious life. All of these people cheats each other in the play. Om and his family get the luxurious they have coveted, but also how to live with the anxiety of not knowing when the debt will be called in. Meantime, they are subject to the whims of the intended recipient of Om's organs, that means manifest visually in the form of a blonde or American girl called Ginny. Ginny comes to always control these people, whose image is regularly beamed into their home by a contact module. This contact module is installed by Interplanta Services in their home to control these people, installed to allow interactive communication between donors and the receiver world. Harvest's futuristic plot stresses the potential of global capital to strengthen already profound divisions between first and third world subjects. അതായത് ഈ പ്ലേ പറയുന്നത് ഒരു ഫ്യൂച്ചറിസ്റ്റിക് പ്ലേയിലൂടെ ഇത് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു പൊട്ടൻഷ്യൽ ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ഗ്ലോബൽ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ ആണ്. അതായത് ഒരു ആഗോള കുത്തക ആയിട്ടുള്ള സംഭവമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ആഗോള കുത്തകമായിട്ടുള്ള ഈ ഒരു സംഭവം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒന്നാം ലോക രാജ്യങ്ങളെയും അതേപോലെ മൂന്നാം ലോകത്തുള്ള ആൾക്കാരെയും തമ്മിലുള്ള ഒരു ഗ്യാപ്പ് കൂട്ടാൻ ഉള്ളത് മാത്രമാണ്, ഡിവിഷൻ ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത് മാത്രമാണ്. അതാണ് സ്ട്രെസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. A young unemployed Indian, Om Prakash, makes a Fostic pact with this multinational biotechnology company, that is Interplanta Services, to trade unspecified parts of his body at some point in the future in return for an immediate and substantial rise in his living standards. The entire family goes through a serious economic problem. Once Om is dismissed from his clerical job, now Om has agreed to donate his organs by a contractual promise through an Interplanta corporation to some first world characters, Ginny. Gradually, Ginny takes hold of his family and discipline them to a routine through controlled contact module. The events turn differently and Jitu, Om's younger brother, is taken mistakenly as the donor by the members of the corporation. Om runs away from the scene and leaves others to face the consequences. The play deals with human organ selling whose recipients are from first world countries like North America and donors from the third world countries like India. The facilitator is a US based transnational corporation called Interplanta Services. The selling of organs take place for money only. And Ginny, a woman from America, is the organ receiver, and Om, the donor, is from India, who is selling his organs to her. Ginny is not present on the stage and visible only in the video, dictating hygienic and healthy lifestyle to Om and his family members. Through Om, the whole family, especially Jitu and Jaya, also gets into the contract. Thus, the four donors belong to the same family, that is Om, Jaya, Ma and Jitu. Ginny does not demand any of Om's organs instantly. She gradually makes the family small apartment, sanitize and install all the necessary devices including a contact module and a multicolored pellets, the sole food source for the family, that means food supplies. The contact module is installed to interact with Om whenever Ginny wants to instruct something to something to these donors. A video coach is also brought for Ma to watch TV, to enjoy and to devoid her of any human interaction. Gradually, the plan unravels when the company mistakenly takes Jitu instead of Om for organ donation. Jitu brings home dirt and disease with him. This repels Om and Ma. They also fear how Ginny might react to this. That means when Jitu comes with diseases, ഈ സമയത്ത് ജിന്നിയുടെ റിയാക്ഷൻ ജീത്തുവിനോട് എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും? കാരണം ബാക്കിയുള്ള എല്ലാവരെയും ജീത്തു ഇൻഫെക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുമോ, അദ്ദേഹം കൊണ്ടുവന്ന അസുഖത്തിൽ നിന്ന് ഇൻഫെക്ഷൻ വരുമോ എന്നുള്ളൊരു പേടി എല്ലാവർക്കും ഉണ്ട്. They also fear how Ginny might react to this. Thus they derive him out of home, but Jaya feels for him. That is a kind of sympathy for Jaya, Jitu by Jaya. However, when the gods appear to take the donor, Om fears and hides. They forcibly take Jitu, mistakenly him as Om. Jaya remains unsuccessful in trying to make the gods understand that the person to whom they are taking away for organ donation is not Om, the real organ donor, but his brother Jitu. Thus they take away Jitu with them. That means these three gods comes to take Jitu. Jitu is a gigolo and Jaya shares a clandestine relationship with him. Jitu returns home blind. That means after taking Jitu comes later in the play to home, but his eyes are removed. That means he is blind. The ordeal does not end here. Now Jitu can only see whenever Ginny projects images directly into his mind through the contact module. He is now enchanted with Ginny's voice and he begins to feel sexual gratifications in the possibility of a very important part of his body getting transplanted into her body. Now the old man, Virgil, with new body organs, craves for female. That means Ginny received these organs for Virgil. So Virgil is now on the stage in the Act 3 with the new organs. New body organs, craves for female. He seduces Jaya, but she dislikes the idea of conceiving for a computer image and wants her man to be real. However, Virgil refuses the idea as he cannot take the risk of physically entering into and get infected by the diseases of the third world country. Here we can stop this first part of this video, Harvest, and I think that you have understood the summary of the play. And act wise with themes in the part 2 video will be uploaded soon. അതായത് പ്ലേയിൽ ജിന്നിയാണ് ഈ കോൺട്രാക്റ്റിലൊക്കെ സൈൻ ചെയ്യാനും അതേപോലെ ഇവരോട് സംസാരിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ജിന്നി വളരെ യുവതിയായ വളരെ യങ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു കമ്പ്യൂട്ടർ ആനിമേറ്റഡ് ഇമേജാണ്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഈ എല്ലാ ഓമും അതേപോലെ ജീത്തു ജയയും അതേപോലെ മായൊക്കെ വിചാരിക്കുന്നത് ജിന്നിക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് ഈ ഓർഗൻസ് വാങ്ങിയത് എന്നാണ്. പക്ഷേ ശരിക്കും ജിന്നിക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടായിരുന്നില്ല, അത് വെർജിലിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടായിരുന്നു. വെർജിലിന് 50-ന്റെ മുകളിൽ വയസ്സുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ വെർജിലിന് ഒന്നുകൂടി ലുക്ക് ആവാൻ വേണ്ടി, അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒന്നുകൂടി ഈ ഓർഗൻസ് ഒക്കെ വെച്ചുകൊണ്ട് യുവാവാകും. അങ്ങനെ ജീത്തുവിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ ഓർഗൻസും കിട്ടിയതിന് ശേഷം എന്താവുന്നു, ഹീ ബിക്കംസ് ഇൻ ദ ഹൈറ്റ് ഓഫ് സെക്ഷൽ ഗ്രാറ്റിഫിക്കേഷൻ. സോ ഹീ സീക്സ് ജയയെ സെഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അദ്ദേഹം ശ്രമിക്കുന്നു. അവസാനം അത് ഫെയിലിയർ ആകുന്നു. അവസാനം ജയ കിട്ടുന്നില്ല. ബട്ട് അറ്റ് ദ എൻഡ് ഓഫ് ദ പ്ലേ ജയ ഈസ് ലെഫ്റ്റ് അലോൺ ഇൻ ദ ഹോം. ജയ മാത്രം അവിടെ അവശേഷിക്കപ്പെടുന്നു. ജീത്തുവിൻ്റെ ബോഡി എടുക്കാനുള്ള, ഓർഗൻസ് എടുക്കാനുള്ള കാരണം ജീത്തുവും ജയയും തമ്മിൽ എന്തുണ്ട്, നല്ല ബന്ധമുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ജീത്തുവിൻ്റെ ഓർഗൻസ് മറ്റൊരാളുടെ ബോഡിയിൽ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ജയ അവരോട് ആ ബോഡി കിട്ടിയ അല്ലെ ഓർഗൻസ് റിസീവ് ചെയ്ത അവരോട് ഒരു ഇഷ്ടം കാണിക്കും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻ ലവ് വിത്ത് ആകും എന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടാണ് വെർജിൽ ജയയെ സെഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി ശ്രമിക്കുന്നത്. ബട്ട് ദാറ്റ് സെലക്ഷൻ ഈസ് നോട്ട് സക്സസ്ഫുൾ. that is not mentioned in the play, the result of that selection. But at the end, Jaya is left alone on the stage. We will discuss in detail the part of this play in the next video. Thank you for watching this video.